his own ass.
That is true.
No, it's literally just going.
This is the podcast. Welcome to the
going.
Clever
I just
and
decided
Original
to start.
Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kayley Misialek, alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Caught surprisingly unaware, or maybe unsurprisingly. So here I am turning my volume down on my phone, and bam, podcast going. Oh, I was going to tell a story. We were talking about bathrooms earlier, and I used to go to church with my family, and so we would clean the church after everyone left.
Yes.
Like, we'd wait for everyone to
Horrible.
leave, lock the doors, then clean. And obviously one of those things you had to do is clean the bathrooms. So I'm cleaning the guy's bathroom, whatever. I see it a million times a day. And I go and I clean the woman's bathroom, and they have a fucking sofa and like a tiny little table with a potted plant on it.
Yeah,
And I
what's
was like,
up with
what
that?
is this for? What do you...
Breastfeeding, maybe, yeah.
I guess?
Yeah, maybe,
be.
because, like, the thing is, like,
No, that makes sense.
well, no, like, I mean, like,
I guess they need someone
women
to
need,
sit.
yeah.
I guess they need someone to
exactly.
sit for that.
So, like, the thing
Yeah.
is,
like
like,
you want to sit on the toilet.
women
that'd be
need to
gross.
do more in the bathroom than men do. Men only have to, like,
pee, shit, and
pee
jerk
and-
off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
I mean, not the last one.
but
You've never
yeah,
done
so,
that
like,
in
Not
a...
in the church bathroom.
That'd be the best place. I would be like, I'd walk in there, I'd be like, that's the first thing that pop in my head.
JJ
It's like,
Larson,
we gotta
everybody. right
figure
here.
out. This is the mission. The mission of the
Oh
hour.
my
Cross
God.
that off your bucket list.
Yep, bucket list crossed off. Nah, I only did in a Wendy's bathroom. So
There you go.
I did not need to know that.
when I worked there, yeah, I did it in.
Wow,
I went on break.
That's disgusting.
It was a 9-hour shift. I was pissed. I was so fucking
I
angry.
mean, that's
I was.
a
yeah.
good way to get rid of your
Oh
anger.
my
Yeah, so I was
gosh.
just like, I'm gonna go
Sure.
jerk off in this bathroom.
I
Fuck
don't
this
think
place.
our listeners need to hear that.
Nothing wrong
You,
with
I,
that.
I don't need
I
to
revealed
hear
that
that
at the senior sleepover. Actually,
Oh wait.
we played Never Have I Ever
Oh
collectively,
hey, yeah.
and, I
that's
and I
right.
revealed it to
Oh, yeah.
to every to like 30 fucking.
Oh my!
It's been a long
I
time
totally
since I thought
forgot
about
about
that.
that.
Yep.
Jeez.
Well, you didn't need to
7
remind
years
me
ago.
about it.
6.5 years ago.
Yeah, that's how long ago we were in high school.
How's it feel to be old? Fuck you.
I mean, I don't know.
M&M's.
Eminem.
Dumb.
I don't know why I wore this shirt
This is
today.
dumb.
I was like,
M&M's.
M&Ms
not
are
bad. I don't know why I
kinda
tied that
cool.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
M&M's
I mean-
are cool.
they're pretty sweet.
I mean, they
Look how
actually
smug he looks.
they actually do melt. Like their whole thing was like it doesn't melt in your hand, except it does. It just puts color on your hand instead of like chocolate.
Well, it takes way longer though to melt in your hand.
There, I guess.
I feel 'cause I feel like the candy coating they have, being that it's not chocolate, lasts a little bit longer. I don't know.
Not on a hot day.
I mean, this is assuming you're opening a pack of M&Ms, pouring it in your hand, and like holding it like this. like,
Well,
under
no,
your
no,
hand.
not necessarily. You're like grabbing them from like a bowl or something.
That's
You
fair.
know, a bowl of M&Ms or what have you. You're sharing M&Ms.
Next party I'm at, I'm gonna buy a big bag of M&Ms, a big bag of Skittles, and a big bag of Reese's Pieces.
Also, you have to
Put 'em
you
all
have
in
to
a bowl.
get your M&Ms out of the bag. You don't just like shove. Do you just shove the bag in your mouth?
I eat the bag itself. Actually, I open
Okay.
the bag, I empty the M&Ms out, and then I just eat the bag.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
why not? Yeah, it's tasty. It's fine. It's mostly recyclable materials, anyways. Whatever.
Yeah. You know, if it's recyclable, that means you can eat it. Obviously.
Exactly.
So if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, and blah football,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, in
Yeah,
that
that's
order.
the order. That's the fucking order.
Yeah.
Jay's order. I don't know what Jay's order is.
Probably
order of the
pepperoni
Phoenix.
and like.
Fuck you. Read another book.
I've never read the Harry Potter books.
I haven't either, actually.
So yeah, me
I read the
either.
first one. It was pretty good.
Hmm.
I just need to read the. I have all of them.
You have all of them.
Yeah, I just haven't read most of them. Yeah.
Did you like buy them?
Yeah. Like 4 years ago.
Okay.
I just read the first one and nothing else so far.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, let's get on with it. The news this week.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel received a quote special look trailer at the college football national championship, and I'm sure we all watched that.
Oh, the college football national championship?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I work at a
Yeah.
sports bar and I watch less sports than most people. It's weird.
Yeah. But anyway, obviously that was a joke. Ha.
Ha.
I can tell by the reaction that that joke went over really well.
I mean, we're a bunch of nerds, so it's like, there's no way.
But yeah, so Captain Marvel had a special look trailer, which kind of showcased more of the plot elements of the film. We just watched it. What are our thoughts on this Captain Marvel special look?
I feel like when they're trying to come up with a trailer nowadays, they got like a board meeting, everyone throws out their ideas,
Yeah.
and then the guy, like the head honcho, is like, fuck it, let's use them all, but like at different times. Like that's just how it feels now. Like, I don't know, has it always been this many trailers? Like for movies and stuff? It's generally one, isn't it? But now we get like two or three a lot of the times.
Yeah, I think all movies get like at least 2 trailers.
I suppose.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Keep the hype
Avengers.
I mean,
like,
the trailer was all right. Like,
Yeah, it was good.
you know, like most of these trailers, a lot of them seem like the same thing to me.
It's very cookie cutter.
Yeah, so
like
it's
a
like
trailer, a good trailer
Yeah,
is like, that's like a C. Like,
Yeah,
it
that
doesn't
one's
get any
fine.
better than a C.
it's fine.
It was
Like,
good.
I'm excited
I'm
to see
excited.
it. It didn't make me more excited or less excited. I'm just it's
okay,
just-
the best Marvel trailer has to be Avengers: Age of Ultron.
that one was pretty good. Yeah.
Even like the movie was
The
one of the
movie's-
worst Marvel movies out there, but the trailer was like probably the best they've ever done.
It's top. It's good. I
Could we
really
do-
like.
Could we do that? We've rated the movies.
We could rate the trailers.
We could
rate
The
the
problem is
trailers.
each movie has like 4
That'd be a
trailers.
lot.
Yeah, the
trailers
problem
to
is,
watch.
do you want to do like the reveal trailer? So trailer number 1.
Yeah, that's the
Probably,
best way to do it.
That's probably
yeah,
what I want to do.
All right, but yeah, so this trailer,
It was
I don't
alright.
know. Yeah, it was fine.
good. Had the same kind of formula of like action, brief pause of silence, joke.
Funny.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, one in the middle of the trailer and then one at the end.
Yeah.
Usually
Why is it
with
simple on the
Nick
hat?
Fury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like clearly a scroll couldn't do that.
right.
You know, things like
Blow
that.
apart a
You
whatever
know.
it was, coffee machine or whatever.
Oh, I like the joke about Shield putting their symbol on everything.
Yeah. Is this helping the
I could
covert
see-
operations?
He does put it on it. They do put it on it.
But yeah, so it looked all right. I mean, I'm just done with the trailers, I guess.
Yeah, I just wanted to be out.
Then the film comes out in 2 months, March. So there we go.
Yeah.
There's that. We have another trailer for something that's the first trailer for The Punisher season 2 on Netflix. The canceled Punisher
Yeah.
season Punisher series on Netflix. Although not officially yet. It will be. We all know it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything else
Okay.
is
It'll be
canceled.
canceled.
So what are our thoughts on this trailer? He's killing a lot of people. In
I
this.
mean, trailer's cool, looks fun. I probably just like won't watch it, but because there's no point really.
Because there's nothing. Well,
Yeah.
what if this one actually has an ending? Because if they like
I'll
figured
know.
out early enough that hey, we're gonna have to cancel all these for reason A or whatever, like maybe they're like, all right, well we haven't made the last episode yet, let's close it.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. I mean,
I
really,
mean-
the only way to do that with the Punisher would be to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, I'd know about
I mean,
that.
they could,
though.
like-
That'd get spoiled almost instantly.
well, like the thing is, like
So.
you could like, I mean, Daredevil season 3 did a good job of it, like ending it without like officially ending it. Like it felt like, you know, this could be the end of the series. Although it also felt like, you know, if they wanted to continue the series, they could. But it also felt like if they closed it off here, it felt like an ending to a series.
Yeah, I guess most of them do that though. Like even Jessica Jones, you look at season 1 ends on a pretty solid note. Even the newest season ends on a pretty like climax over, like back to like level 0, like everything's chill.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
not spoiling anything, obviously. For if you haven't seen it, what the hell? But yeah, They do a pretty good job of closing them off, so it doesn't feel like that you're kind of left on a cliffhanger.
Well, like, and the way I say that is it feels like the character arc of like Matt Murdock Daredevil has kind of like come full circle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Like each season kind of has sad closure. Otherwise, ending a season on a cliffhanger is dumb.
Yeah.
Because like they did that in Sense8, and then they canceled the show.
And then it was like, all right, well. Fuck.
I mean, they luckily got like a movie to end it, but that sucks. And there's a cliffhanger. Like
Hey.
Luke Cage. Sorry.
Luke Cage cliffhanger.
Luke
ending.
Cage season 2 ended on a cliffhanger, and well, guess what? We're not getting another season. Same with Iron Fist, actually.
Yeah. See, now that those are all gone, though.
Daredevil, the only ones that got wrapped up. Maybe they were like making Luke Cage Iron Fist, and they're like, all right, cliffhanger because we get another season. And they found out they're not, and they're like, shit, let's start ending these seasons like
Yeah.
on more of a solid note.
So now that these are all gone, though, they'll have more money to put towards the other Netflix shows that I like. So that's
I guess.
yeah.
But then I don't have any Netflix shows I like.
Like they'll have more money for Babylon Berlin season 2 if that happens. Shit's 16 episodes. The first season. I'm not done with it yet, but it's pretty fucking good.
I don't know. I have a hard time.
The only
Just
show
watch it,
I
it's
have,
good.
the
It's
only
like a detective show.
I only have 2 shows I watch.
There's
on
naked
Netflix
people in the
now.
first episode.
Oh!
Woo!
Ooh.
Like Game of
Briefly, they
Thrones?
bust like a porn thing. And,
Like the only things I really watch on there now are Queer Eye and Orange Is the New Black, which has kind of gone down at each season almost.
yeah, I've watched. What did I have? Some things, but
I
I have money for those.
haven't watched anything on Netflix in a long time.
I just started.
I don't
to.
pay for it. I just
I don't either. So.
yeah. I just steal someone else's.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm sure Netflix appreciates it.
Punisher.
Yeah.
I mean,
Punisher,
it's cool.
sad to see him
I'm
go.
gonna watch it because I like the first season. It sucks that this is how it's ending. It sucks that all these shit. Like I know, it sucks that I know it's ending before it's even like out.
Yeah.
It's like bullshit.
See, yeah, that's probably why I might not watch it because I have other shit I could watch.
Yeah. That is an ending.
There's like that either it isn't over or like is like that's have an ending or it's like just
Although,
beginning or something.
Like the thing is, like I mean, there are still like you can still watch shows that have ended and they can be still fun to watch. Like
yeah.
like I watched Sense8 after it had ended, and
Yeah.
I was really happy I watched it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It got a movie, right?
Yeah, I got a movie to end the series
That's good.
to kind of wrap up the loose ends that they left in the cliffhanger on season 2.
Mhm.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, now I'm just disappointed.
What should have been excitement is now just like, it's the last one.
Yep. And Disney doesn't do rated R, so like we'll probably never see Punisher like this again.
Yeah. I mean, we can't do rated R for the kids. It's better to lie to them their whole lives.
Well, I mean, kids
Santa's real.
kids don't have to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the thing is, like, you know how many people are like probably like adults that they probably make more money off like, well, I don't know, maybe not with like toys and everything, but like movie wise and things with like adults or like at least teenagers.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't
Nah, I don't know.
know. I feel like they do make, well, I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, that's why these shows exist, right? Because like they do already have like kids Marvel shows.
suppose.
They
I
got
mean,
these R ones. They got the PG-13 movies.
I mean, buying something for your kid versus buying something for yourself.
Yeah.
Or really, like, buying something for someone else versus buying something for yourself. Like, it's so much easier to convince yourself to be like, I want this McChicken from McDonald's. And it's a lot harder to convince yourself, my kid deserves this McChicken from McDonald's, you know? It's like fuck.
McChickens from McDonald's.
Fuck that 10-year-old
Very
bitch
efficient.
is
400
my chicken sandwich.
Like 410 calories for
McChickens
$1.
are like very hit or miss.
They're efficient.
Yeah, but like sometimes
They're
I'll
cheap.
eat one and it's fine. Like it's C+. Sometimes I eat them and I get like little gamey bits.
Well, like
And then it's like an F
I
fucking
don't know
minus.
how to describe
They're
it. but,
covered
like,
in they're literally.
Like I feel like
it's a mayonnaise sandwich with chicken. And
I
lettuce.
feel like I'm eating like I feel like I can taste like the chemicals when I take a bite of a McChicken sometimes, and it's just like disgusting. I'm like I feel like I'm eating like some sort of toxin.
Well, you kind of are in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's convenient, but
well, it's not. It's
certainly
not
not
like I feel like I'm not eating food.
yeah.
You know, I don't feel like I'm eating a chicken. I feel like I'm eating something that is like chemicals, and that's all it is.
I have noticed, like, I ate something from the place I work, which isn't healthy, but like I've been there when it's made. It's like actually cooked, like regularly. Or I'll make something at home and it's like, oh, I ate this food and now I'm full. But a lot of times when I eat fast food, it's like I ate this food and I'm weirdly still hungry. Like I know I don't need anything else. Like I'm totally fine. But it's like a whole different full. It's like a shitty full.
Well, yeah, because you get the crash with like fast food and junk food.
And your body can't like use any of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And you just crap it back out.
Use the toilets.
Yeah. Full circle back to the bathroom. Yeah, it's just like Daredevil.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Punisher.
looks cool. I'm gonna watch it. JJ's not gonna.
I'm
watch
probably
it.
not gonna watch it.
I'm sure he hasn't seen season 1
Nope.
yet.
I'm gonna watch it, but then I'm not gonna watch it for like months because I'll just be putting it off, and then I'll actually watch it and I'll be like, why didn't I watch this sooner? Because that's kind of how I
Like
am.
Jessica Jones.
I know myself. Yeah,
I'll watch the second season of that.
Of Jessica Jones.
I haven't
it's good.
seen it yet.
It
Yeah,
does
it's
like
good.
end kind like.
Yeah.
There's no loose ends.
Yeah.
I mean, there kind of is.
Kind of.
I don't know. I mean, they're doing a third season,
Yeah.
so like
It's more of like a massive character shift than anything else.
yeah, it's pretty. It's really good.
That's good. You'll dig it.
Yeah, Jessica Jones is really cool.
Yeah.
All right, Punisher. It's cool. It's
Punisher is
happening. It's getting canceled. Moving on. Rumor has it that Black Knight, yes, the character we have been talking about with Britain all these past months and weeks and everything, is rumored to show up in Avengers Endgame. Marvel has a True Believers thing where they reprint a bunch of old comic books for a month, and usually they have to do with a very large like awareness increase of said characters. So like in like when Captain America was released, they brought up a bunch of old Captain America comics, Ant-Man, etc. And now in April, Avengers number 71 from 1963 is entitled Endgame. Also happens to be the issue where Black Knight joins the Avengers, but that could also be something else just because of the title Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also releasing a one called Avengers: The Gathering Saga, which is from Avengers 343 in 1963, which focuses all the time on the Black, or for most of it on the Black Knight.
Cool.
So if I remember correctly, he's like a He-Man, right?
Kind.
Like, is
think
that
it's
his power? Is
kinda
that
like
he turns it like he gets armor, like cool armor?
I'm not entirely sure. I think like this says he's a villain. And it's like basically like they pass down the mantle of Black Knight to like their kids.
Yeah, from
and
like
they were
medieval
like,
times.
Right, yeah. And I'm not exactly sure what other like superpowers they have.
The way I'm picturing it is he like just carries a sword on him at all times. People are like, what's up with that sword? And he's like, yeah! And then he turns into the Black Knight and kills people or something.
Shoots him in the asshole.
Swings it and like the Master Sword like shoots out lasers.
Ass blasts him with that sword.
There you go. Or maybe he doesn't wear armor at all. Maybe the real armor is determination. Or some crap like that.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
He's something. He's a something in the Marvel universe.
He does stuff.
To be honest, I don't entirely know. I probably should have done the research for this, considering how much we talked about him.
Well, I mean, it is sometimes kind of cool though. Like you and I went to see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse,
right?
And like not knowing his powers initially, because obviously he's Spider-Man, right? So he sticks to walls and he's like super reflexive and stuff. But he has additional superpowers that like aren't given away right away, and he's like still learning it. But it's really cool to like go in not expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe that'll make it better. Maybe that'll make Black Knight's introduction even cooler. And he shows up and he's flying and he shoots horses out of his magic horse scepter or something. I don't know. We'll see. I hope he has a horse. If he has a horse scepter, I fucking called it. Just so you know.
Turns the other superheroes to goats.
Yeah. Or to what's that? Wabbajack from Skyrim. He turns them into like little rolls and just fucking eats them. Superpower. Or like Majin Buu, right? He does it.
Yeah, he turns them into
people like cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Eats them. I think that's what Black Knight does. I hope that's what he does. Turns them into cupcakes and eats them. That'd be pretty awesome.
All right, moving on. Rumor has it that the Loki TV series on Disney Plus will have Tom Hiddleston as the narrator. And they're going to recruit a younger actor to play the role of Loki as in this new series. So, for a younger Loki set in the past. So what are our thoughts on them getting a new person for Loki and Loki being weird. Narrating?
It'll be weird, but I think he looks like maybe they're going for a younger version of like Loki at the time, right? So as long as he looks kind of like what he looks like, I think it'd be
you
fine.
Know what I think? I think the only reason Loki is like a good character is because Tom Hiddleston plays him. Yeah, because he's like a totally non-interesting character from like the comics, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he would have been in like Thor 2 or even Thor 3 had it not been for how good he was in the first Thor and Avengers.
Well, think about it. Tom Hiddleston is the narrator, right? What if he's like kind of breaking the fourth wall as narrator?
I mean,
he's doing the whole like, I bet you're wondering how I got here, and then
but I
flashback
hate that stuff.
Back when I was 15 years old, going to high school or some shit like that. I don't know.
But I hate the narration stuff. It's like, hey, I could just do these things, but instead I'm gonna give you some background or like, tell you what's going to happen instead of just actually, seeing it on screen.
Yeah, I mean, if it's done well, it can be interesting. Like, I don't know if you've heard or seen the movie John Dies at the End. Have you heard that movie?
I think we watched it.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Is that the one with the weird
like meat monster?
Yeah,
like made out of meat from the freezer.
Yeah, and it's got what's his name? Paul Giamatti in it.
Yep.
Paul
that's it.
Fucking Giamatti.
Yeah.
It's we watched it. I remember I was there. Yeah. I remember that.
Like, it's one of those movies that kind of jumps around a lot in the story, and I think if it does it well, like not stupidly to the point of Inception, right? Where like nothing makes sense anymore.
Inception makes perfect sense.
Not when you fall asleep halfway through like
Well,
I did,
well,
and
what
wake
the
up and you're
fuck?
like, what's going on?
Of course it doesn't make. That's like the that's like the most important part of the
Yeah.
movie.
I literally watched like the first 30 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm getting it. I fall
This is
asleep,
so
wake up for the last 30
boring.
minutes.
So you woke up during like the snow fortress.
Yeah, and I was like, how did they get here? Like,
Yeah,
and they're like zapping through at like rapid speed, like
Yeah.
through all these dreams. I'm like, I wasn't awake for any of this. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I think if it's done well, it can be interesting. Or like even Deadpool does like a couple of. Does he do flashbacks?
maybe.
In Deadpool 1? He does it in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Because it starts with him
Well,
blowing up, right?
yeah. I mean, the movie in Deadpool 1, it starts with him like, getting like impaled by a car or something,
Something like that. And he's
and
like,
like,
and he does the whole
or like
I
with
bet
he
you're
gets
wondering how
impaled.
I got
Yeah. Yeah, and he does that, but like it's like funny because like it's such a
Because
trope.
it's Deadpool and it's
Mhm.
a trope, and
that,
yeah.
that he's like making fun of and everything. And
I mean,
it's also breaking the fourth wall. And
I mean, I'm not saying I want it to be the I bet you wondering why I got here. I don't want it to be that specifically. I bet you wondering how I got here.
Thanos is holding up Loki,
Yeah.
like strangling him, and he's like, "I bet you wonder how I got here."
I don't want that to be. That's not what I want.
Well, it all started when I was, a kid on Asgard. My father Odin didn't tell me I was a frost giant.
But if it was kind of narrated like a dude reading his story, I think it'd be fine. That's kind of how I imagine Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't know. I'm not interested in any of these, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Scarlet Witch and Vision, maybe.
Mm.
The shows I want to see are like Hawkeye, like Winter Soldier, things like that.
That's fair. I mean, this is probably not like a streaming service I'm going to get.
Yeah.
So I'll probably never see it unless it comes out on something I do have, like YouTube or something.
Disney Plus is not interesting.
Nope. Fuck it. Not gonna do it. That's
The
too
most
many good shit for me to watch.
likely
already.
way I'm going to see it is if I go to someone's house and they're like, hey, we're watching the Loki thing on the Disney Plus that I own. I'll be like, okay, I'll watch it. But unless that happens, like, there's no way.
Just offer to eat ass for free Disney Plus.
Free Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Do you think
Don't.
they take me up on that?
someone would.
At
Probably
Disney
some fucking
headquarters?
uggo. So watch out for him.
Probably what?
Probably some fucking uggo who can't get anyone
Yeah.
else to eat their ass. So
Yeah. Nah, I'll probably just not get it
yeah,
as opposed to eating an asshole.
I mean, like a 60-year-old dude,
Ugh.
290 pounds, 5'7".
Okay. We
Balls.
need to stop
Half of his
talking
teeth are
about
falling
this
out.
stuff on the
JJ
podcast.
comes into the podcast here, just fucking like, take it, old people. Hey.
Half of his teeth falling out. He's like, "Hello, son." That's how he talks
Oh,
to you.
God. No, I imagine him
Okay.
saying buddy a lot.
Hey, buddy.
I hate buddy, but I feel like this guy would say buddy.
And it'd be like, "Eat my ass" for Disney Plus.
I don't. Oh
If
my
that ever
gosh.
happens, my life is fucking over. I have officially hit rock bottom. If I'm eating anus,
It could
for
always
Disney
get
Plus.
worse.
No,
No, it can't.
It could get worse.
That
than
is rock bottom.
that's
There
pretty
is
bad.
no lower. You can't raise the bar.
And not just like that
Not raise
happens
the
to me,
bar.
like he asked me, but then me replying, okay, that sounds reasonable. That is rock bottom.
You can't lower the bar further.
No,
It's like James
pretty low.
Cameron
Yeah.
in the South Park where it's like, I'm going to raise the bar, and there's a literal bar, and it's so low into the ocean.
Well, yeah, it could get worse. You could be addicted to, I don't know, heroin.
The
or
bar is so
That would be like
low.
something that I've already gone through at that point in my life.
Yeah, I
if I'm
guess
eating
so.
ass for Disney Plus, I'm already addicted to heroin. That is past. That was like here.
Yeah.
Disney Plus ass eating is like here.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
No, just don't get Disney Plus. Disney Plus is like deleting the email they're gonna send us asking for us to sponsor them, or like get spot. Like, oh, we were gonna ask them to
we were gonna give them money, for
talk about us.
Yeah, and like we would actually like somewhat get paid for doing this.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Now we're just broke people doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like kind of like we've always been.
Yep.
It's like a metaphor for life, though. Not really.
What? That we're broke?
And doing a podcast. I don't know. I was gonna pretend to be deep, but there's nowhere to go with it. After
I guess like.
Aren't we all just broke people doing podcasts?
Yeah, like it's the podcast of life.
Hey, not everyone doing podcasts are broke. Like, Cumtown has a pretty big Patreon.
Yeah.
Last podcast on the left is pretty big one. There's some other big ones. I don't know. Cumtown's is big though.
I'm glad there's a popular Jesus.
A popular cum. A popular cum.
I'm glad.
Is the popular cum.
I'm glad that there's a popular podcast named Cumtown, because that makes our podcast name feel way more clever.
Well, Cumtown's an incredible name.
Right, no.
Imagine being like, welcome to Cumtown. Like that just sets the mood right there.
I guess.
You can say anything,
But the fact that they made it,
and
that's their name, it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Not have too bad.
They live in New York City. They do their thing, They do their New York City shit,
Yeah.
Talk about them in towns.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that does it for movie type stuff. Let's get into some video game type stuff.
Yeah.
Bungie and Activision are getting a divorce.
Oh,
fuck them.
Bungie gets to keep the child of Destiny.
that's.
And that's it. That's reportedly employees cheered and popped champagne when they heard the news.
Well, Activision's trash, so that's probably why.
I mean, Activision is just like AAA copy paste bullshit. So.
Yeah, because there's not like Call of Duty.
Infinite bullshit.
Well, let's have a third studio make a Call of Duty game.
It's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
We already have 2, which is more than any other company has on working on any game. I guess maybe Assassin's Creed is the exception. Anyway, let's add a third one. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what people want out of video games? The same thing over and over again.
They do.
That's what they want. And they want to pay extra for DLC.
Well, you know what I hate about Activision is they get rid of like good studios, like High Moon Studios, right? They did the Transformers War for Cybertron games, and those are like the best critically reviewed like Transformers games out there, and it did pretty well. It was like a AA, game, but like High Moon isn't that big of a studio. It was great, right? And then they forced down, the movie game, Transformer games on them, and then they're like, okay, now you're just gonna make DLC for Call of Duty. That's all you're gonna do. Like, what? This group made an original like Transformers thing that was like highly reviewed and like really popular.
They can make more cash by making Call of Duty DLC.
So let's put them on Call of Duty DLC and just delegate them to that forever.
So weird. Side note. I'm pretty sure Trevor just called me. I'm pretty sure he's outside.
Is he outside?
Like,
well, go get him.
Go get him.
Well, go get him.
We'll still be on this podcast.
We'll still. Fuck you, Jay. Go get him.
He's probably just standing out there like.
Bring him in here.
He's probably sad.
Bring him in here.
He's sad. Tell him to fuck. We're gonna ask him about ass.
Yeah.
Ask him about eating ass.
Yeah. So like.
So fuck Activision. Yeah. Bungie, good. Maybe Destiny won't be bad. No, I don't know.
I don't know. They're gonna continue with this.
It's not my thing.
Yeah,
It's just not my thing.
They're also making a new IP. It sounds like. Good. Oh yeah, we talked about that before, but.
Okay, they should be like, yo, Microsoft, we'll throw some shit your way, help you work on Halo 6.
Halo 6, Halo Infinite is being made by Bungie. It turns out this whole time.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
just a fucking.
Trevor's not joining us for the podcast.
Tell him
What?
he's
Tell him he's
gay.
a
Gay.
dumb.
Dumb. Alright, we're good.
Also, if it wasn't bad enough for Activision, they're under investigation for fraud.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, get rid of them. Can
Yeah.
them. Fuck 'em.
I'm just racist against Activision. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You play Call of Duty?
you play a lot
Yes.
of Blizzard things, don't you?
I do. They're essentially they're the same company, but they don't like do the same things. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
They're like managed separately and all that other
Mhm.
jazz. So.
But like, if Activision is going down, Blizzard is.
Well,
also
Blizzard will be
going
fine.
down.
Blizzard's an eternal god. They're fine. They'll just make another Hearthstone expansion and make a bunch of money.
That'll be
They
it.
they haven't really made a sequel to a game since like what?
They don't do that.
Like Warcraft 3,
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3,
StarCraft 2, actually.
StarCraft.
The
2.
most recent StarCraft 2 expansion. I think.
Because
was the-
Blizzard is super into making complete games.
And then just
Well,
adding
they
shit
just
to them over
add-
time.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Like Overwatch.
does that mean it's a complete game? Because like the whole thing about like complete games is that you have to buy DLC to like feel like you got.
You don't know Overwatch. They just keep adding shit to it.
Well, right, but that was like that's the whole like culture behind like games aren't complete games anymore because you have to buy DLC to get like extra content or whatever.
What about like, because like Dota does constant updates, right? Or League of Legends?
Yeah.
Like they change characters and stuff.
You
so
have to
is
buy
that,
them.
Would that be considered a full game?
No, you have to buy them.
What?
The characters.
No, right, but like, don't they like change stats and stuff?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
do that.
So
But I
would
mean,
that-
like, I don't even have everything. I've played the game for like 3-4 years, and I don't have every character.
Right, so
for
it's
example.
like piecemeal game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you don't need every character.
But anyway,
so. I should just get every character at some point. Like that should make sense. Be easier that way.
Yeah. I don't care.
I'm not that far, so.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Activision under investigation for fraud. So everything's going good with Activision.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe that's why people were popping champagne at Bungie.
They were like, "Oh,
Yeah, not getting caught for fraud. Woo!
well, I think like the thing is, Activision required them to release something every year,
oh, well, that's
like a
bullshit.
major DLC expansion, and because like I remember when it was first announced, they were like, "Okay, we're doing Destiny, major expansion, Destiny 2, major expansion, Destiny 3, major expansion, Destiny 4, major expansion."
Oof.
Like every year, like they would make a new Destiny game, and like clearly that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since Destiny came out,
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
and there's only 2 games.
I mean, that's like bullshit expectations.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting.
Mhm.
Moving on, Red Dead Redemption 2 gets a battle royale mode.
Yay.
I didn't expect a game like this
Hey.
to get a battle
I
royale mode.
did not see it coming. I mean,
Actually,
I know. Battle
we
Royale's like a thing.
we joked about it last
That's-
E3.
yeah.
We
That
did.
everything like Spider-Man was gonna get it.
Yeah. I don't know if we like called out Red Dead specifically, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Any game that has guns is gonna get a battle royale.
except
mode.
Halo. They already said it. They're
Except
not doing
Halo,
it.
yeah. So
Good job, Halo.
Good on Halo.
Yeah.
Not just making a shitty version of something else. A shitty copy of somebody else.
I wonder if they like. I don't know. I guess it's not that weird for Red Dead when you really think about like it's made by the same people who made GTA 5, right?
Sure.
There are so many game modes in
Okay.
GTA 5. There's like racing. There's like stuff with guns. My mind's
Stuff
going,
with guns.
My mind's going blank right now.
Stuff in
But then, I mean-
GTA. Stuff with guns. What a
Yeah,
What an
Grand
incredible-
Theft Auto.
No, but they got like one where you got like
guns.
this car that like drives under
Mhm.
other cars, and you have to like catch up to these other guys and mess them up, and there's like a race going on, but then you're with these people who are fucking up the racers.
I don't know. I don't play
I don't know.
GTA.
But there's a ton of game modes, is my point. And
Right.
so it's not that weird that they'd be like, all right, well, fuck it. It takes zero effort. It takes no like skill or ability to throw this together. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just put it in the game.
Yeah, it'll be fun, probably.
I think I'm, out of everyone who's been doing it, I'm the least angry with
I
Red
just
Dead
don't.
2.
I just don't care. You know?
Yeah,
It's
I
fun.
mean, I don't know.
just
I'm
kind of
probably not
ambivalent
gonna
about
play Red Dead 2.
I have it,
Like,
so I just.
The multiplayer's
I don't know,
not
it just-
good.
I don't know. It's weird that everybody is doing that, even like things that don't feel like they should.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, Red Dead 2 specifically, like I played some multiplayer. And on console, the game aims for you. And on
This feel-
PC, people cheat.
This,
So I
this,
don't feel like
this-
it's.
this
I don't know.
feels like horde mode.
Yeah.
Like when every other game was doing that.
Yeah.
Like Gears of War did horde mode, and then Call of Duty did zombies, and Halo did firefight.
Mhm.
Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare has a horde mode. Your plants, your garden versus zombies.
Yeah.
You've got yeah, I mean pretty much every shooter had a horde mode.
But that's like a smaller, like general idea kind of thing, I feel. Like horde mode, the only real requirements for a game that would fit that is there's a large amount of enemies attacking you that's defending a point. And so you can take that like general template and put in the pieces that your game already has that makes it your game.
Sure.
So it feels less copycatty. With like a battle royale game, there's a lot more pieces to it to make it fit that, into which it's almost just like repaints or retextures of the same thing. 'Cause
Right.
you got the circle closing in, you got the guns you can pick up, sometimes there's items. There's always like 32 people randomly spawn sometimes, drop down from the sky sometimes, but there's so many like rules to it that it just ends up being too close to the same.
Yeah.
I think horde mode that you could get away with it,
Yeah.
but battle royale is,
I want
we'll see.
dinosaur mode.
Give me
in
the
Battlefield.
fucking dinosaurs.
holy shit, battle royale, but everyone's a fucking dinosaur.
I'm telling you. You know what the best battle royale mode would be Spider-Man Battle Royale. Like seriously, like that is something different than like the whole like shooter thing. You don't even have you just web up enemies to like to walls or whatever. You've got different if you played the PS4 Spider-Man game, you've got different gadgets. You can pick up gadgets or whatever. People can be wearing different Spider-Man costumes because there's a lot. That's something interesting and different, a different take on the Battle Royale mode. That's not the same fucking thing.
That's the thing too, and you're like, I see some people like.
I know I did it as a joke back during
Yeah.
E3, but actually I'm convincing myself I want
Like,
this
it's
now.
actually cool, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a battle royale I played where it took place in some winter, like a town or something, like a bunch of towns nearby, and there's a storm closing in, which was the circle, and it was more of like a blob that would close in on certain parts of the map more than a circle, and you had loadouts that would give you skis. Or there's one you climb, climbing gear, and a fucking, what do you call it? The big fucking hang glider. And so that would give you different maneuverability around the environment, and it was different enough. The ending, instead of being the last person alive, there was a helicopter that came down with 4 slots, at the very end. And there's enough different that it makes it interesting and fun. I can't remember. Oh, Ring of Elysium. That's what it's called. And it makes it interesting. I think the Spider-Man thing, like you said, there's enough different about it to make it interesting. But I don't know, I'll have to play the Red Dead 2 one. I own it. I might as well. I don't have to buy anything. I already have it. But I don't have very high expectations for it. I feel like it's just going to be like every other battle royale except horses and older guns.
Yep, pretty much.
And that's it's just not. It's when people do it uncreatively is when I get upset.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
So yeah, I think that does it for us on for the news this week. Battle Royale is a thing. That's
Yeah.
copy and paste.
I'll forever be
Let's
upset
get
about
into the juice.
it. Yeah.
There's nothing related to our topics.
No, not
We're
really.
just going into what has been our worst injuries.
I got like a gigantic cut on my arm senior year of high school. I guess
Yeah?
that's probably the worst one.
How?
It was during a show. Someone's costume had something sharp on it, and
Okay.
it like I had like two big like gashes across my arm.
Oof, jeez.
That's probably
Ouch.
the worst. It like bled a shit ton and like
Mhm.
didn't heal for
It's
a
like
couple-
got an
for, like,
artery or something.
for like no, didn't have to go to the hospital. So
Oh, okay.
I would have had to if it would have been
If
that.
it- yeah,
'Cause I
right.
would have like died probably.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd have been
But so it was pretty
Shitty.
bad. That's probably the worst like just single thing happening. Had like a more longer term things, but
Yeah. For me, I broke my leg, and then also I'm gonna put this one in there too. I fractured my collarbone.
oof.
ouch.
Neither of those sound very fun to deal with.
I think the leg might have been worse because I'm like wrapped in a cast and I can't really like move around and it was hard to like actually do things like bathe, you
Mhm.
know. The collarbone not as much. I just had to wear a sling and I got better in like a couple months. Where the cast was like a 4 or 5 month thing.
How'd you get them? Do you remember?
Yep, both of them. So the first one was from playing hockey.
Okay.
I got tripped up on the ice, and I went really fast into the boards with my leg first.
Oh fuck.
Into the boards. And then my collarbone, I was playing hockey.
Hockey's a dangerous thing.
And I was on the puck was by the wall and I was in it and I got checked from behind into the boards.
The boards don't seem to be your friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So those two are probably the worst.
Oof.
So yeah.
I don't know, like, as far as felt the worst at the time, I was helping my grandpa dig a post hole.
Mm-hmm.
2 post holes for a sign, not just one. And we're using a post hole digger. And, like, if you've used it before, it's basically a giant drill that there's 2 handles on each side. So you let it dig into the ground a bunch, and then you pull it back out. We're pulling it back out, and it's stuck or something, or I just wasn't strong enough. Maybe I'm just weak. And I'm pulling, and I wasn't thinking, and all of a sudden I pull with my back.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, I really I can't remember exactly what happened, but I remember I fell to the ground, and I remember I was screaming.
Ouch.
I think I don't know if I just like pulled a muscle or like I fucked something up. Something was pretty fucked up, and I didn't have to wear a cast or anything. Like anything with your torso, if you injure it, like ribs, any of that.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, they can't really give you a cast.
I had to wear
You
tape
just
on
have to
my
not
back
touch
for
it.
like a week, for like weeks.
Yeah.
Like my entire back was like there was tape everywhere.
Ugh.
So
I think something more recent was last year. I was walking out of my house. And it
Ice?
was ice. I slipped on the ice going down the stairs
Ooh.
and landed hard on ice on my back, and it was just terrible.
Oh, I just remember. This is actually pretty recent too. I was working at the Parrots K. Ice. I
Yeah.
was walking, like the handicap spot on the sidewalk that
Yeah,
slants
yeah.
down for wheelchairs. There was ice there, so I slipped really easily on it, and my arm was at my side in my pocket at the time, and so when I fell my left side, and I hit my elbow, which got jammed into my ribs.
oh
Oh.
fuck.
And I must have like fractured a rib or something, because for the like rest of like a couple of months, I couldn't bend. Like when you bend over to tie a shoe,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because it hurt like a bitch.
You probably should have
So I had to
the
like
Yeah,
lift
probably
my
should have went
shoe
to the
up. I
hospital.
had to like lift my shoe up and tie it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have gone to a hospital.
Yeah.
Problem is, I'm also allergic to a lot of painkillers,
Mhm.
so I don't know if that could have helped me much.
I mean, they
No,
could have
I
like
mean, they could've
they could have like
figured it out.
made sure you didn't need like a procedure or
Yeah.
something.
Anyway,
Said correctly.
but yeah.
Yeah.
And then the one that I think casts though are the worst.
I've never had one.
Oh, one time I broke. It wasn't like my thumb, but it's right below my thumb. Well, they weren't sure if it was just a minor fracture or a break, so they had to give me a cast anyways, just to be safe. And it's the worst because you have like this big fucking thing in your arm. It
Yeah.
itches. Can't fucking itch it. Gotta wear
Right.
like a plastic bag when you go into a shower, so your arm's all smelly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
I
bad time.
try having that on your entire leg.
Yeah.
Like it was like from my thigh down to my ankle.
Ugh.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Anyway. Or actually, it was on my foot. But anyway.
Casts are no fun.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story is here.
Don't play hockey, right?
Winter is dangerous.
Yeah, winter fucking sucks.
Winter is the most dangerous season. Like
Confirmed.
what in fall? Like fucking maybe an apple falls on your head. Oh no! Fucking winter, you slip and die. Like fucking
Yeah. Or you crash your car and die.
yeah. Winter's fucking scary as shit. Fuck you, winter. Also, thanks for balancing our nature ecosystem or whatever you do. I don't know science.
That's just the way the world works.
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. That does it for us on this episode of the Clever and Original Podcast, Jay. If people want to find you on the
People wanna
social
eat your
media
ass,
sphere,
Jay.
where can they do that?
If you want to come find me and give me more injuries, come find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And
Oof.
JJ, where can people find you?
Find me Twitter, JLarson107.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek, and you can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll
Yeet.
catch you next week on episode 179.
Yeah.